Hello everyone! Hope y'all are doing well. Today, I'll talk more about the Asylum story of the forthcoming summer update. If you haven't seen part 1 of my Lana lore story about the insane asylum, be sure to click the I button to check it out. This is part 2, and if you like it, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Today, we're diving deeper into the Lana lore, which will continue in the DTI summer update as well. I'll be sharing what will happen next in the series story about Lana and Agamemnon. Get ready for some thrilling updates. But before that, let's talk about the characters in the lore. Lana, known as the Nail Lady for her amazing nail art, used to wear white and had doves on her head, symbols of peace and love. But something changed. Lana started acting weird, doing things she didn't want to. Agamemnon's the one making her do these bad things. He's doing creepy experiments with players from Sodade and the Plague groups. He's even making clones of Lana to use as his eyes and ears in the game. When I went into the experiment room at the fortress, I saw this board with all his messed up activities listed. There was one note saying he tried making a Lana clone, but it totally failed. The clone had no eyes and just kept screaming and crying. In another room, the walls were covered with "Get me out of this body" written all over. It seems like Agamemnon's capturing people to make these freaky clones. I found a secret message Lana wrote, apologizing for what she did to the Horizons, but Agamemnon forced her. Now, it's up to all of us to stop Agamemnon's plans, save Lana, and everyone else. In Lana's coded message found in the execution chamber, Oga is Swedish for eye. This suggests Lana might sacrifice someone's eyes for herself or Agamemnon. In Lana's earlier videos, she mentioned Diarben, which means crow. Crows symbolize bad omens and transformation. This could refer to Agamemnon, someone working with him, or someone like Lana who's been manipulated. Interestingly, in Dress to Impress, Diarben is identified as one of the devs. This implies he's deeply involved in the Lana storyline, possibly orchestrating events from behind the scenes. Agamemnon seems to be experimenting heavily with Lana's clones, possibly indicating he's taken on a new form himself. Diarben being Agamemnon makes sense because crows symbolize transformation, and Diarben is the only one associated with that role. It explains why Agamemnon's body wasn't found in the execution chamber. So, Diarben, or Agamemnon, is using an asylum to detain people, possibly even DTI players, as part of his dark schemes. Clones of Lana were spotted on the beach near the DTI lobby, indicating something troubling is underway. It seems Agamemnon is planning to select the next players. They might end up in the asylum, where they'll be kept until something dreadful happens to them. Back at the fortress, Jasmine and Sunny recently moved into new bedrooms. In Jasmine's room, there's a board filled with notes. She's become suspicious of some DTI members. It appears Jasmine is now acting as a spy for Lana and Agamemnon because she's fiercely loyal to them. It's clear that Jasmine, who once fully supported Lana and Agamemnon, is starting to have doubts. Her diary reveals concerns about the sinister events unfolding, yet she continues to stand by them because of Agamemnon's influence. Jasmine's new narrative reflects her growing weariness with Lana and Agamemnon but feels compelled to keep going. Now, Alethea. Her bio has been updated to say "I'll help her, I have morals, of course." Alethea is determined to rescue Nelly, one of Agamemnon's victims, from execution. She's even sporting angel wings now, symbolizing her allegiance to the side of good. Despite the risks involved, Alethea is committed to trying to save Nelly. I found a chamber in the fortress where live executions take place. It's used for traitors and those with the Horizon rank. Alethea's bio hints that Horizon members are executed under the guise of a good reason, as perceived by their captors. Without the support of Jasmine and Alethea, Lana will likely continue to trust Agamemnon, leading to more sacrifices being made. So, let's talk about Nathan and Nelly. Nathan got killed in that live execution room. Now, Nelly's up next, and we've got to save her. Caden, from the Herd in the Plague group, knows where they're keeping Nelly. He saw this terrifying creature they're planning to throw her to. It sounds like Nelly's in for an even worse fate than Nathan. If Agamemnon's experiments with their bodies don't go as planned, he might start looking for more people to use. Caden's familiar with that dungeon and the creepy creatures inside. He's really worried Nelly's gonna meet a terrible end. I think he might be willing to help us stop Agamemnon. We gotta act fast to save Nelly before it's too late. Let's come to the game now. The badges in the Fortress game suggest that the choices we make will lead to different outcomes, and it all might culminate in a final battle. Picture this: we'll have to choose whether to join Lana and fight Agamemnon or betray Lana and face the consequences. If we decide to side with Agamemnon, we'll be completing his dark experiments and, unfortunately, killing people from the Sawdade and Plague groups. It's a grim path, isn't it? But, if we choose to side with Lana, things take a more heroic turn. We team up with Alethea to fight Agamemnon and try to save our world. There's even a chance that Lana might come to her senses once Agamemnon is defeated. And get this, if we manage to take him down, we could end up wearing Agamemnon's crown ourselves. How cool is that? The crown reward might mean we can choose sides, join Agamemnon or team up with Lana to defeat him. So, the choices we make in this game are super important and can lead to very different endings. The Fortress game is now private, which means there's a big update coming. One badge looks different now, and Nelly's blindfold is off. Big changes are coming, and we need to be ready. The herd members, Jasmine, Caden, and Alethea, have been shaken up by witnessing so many murders. Now, it looks like they're getting ready to do something about Lana and Agamemnon. Jasmine, especially, has teamed up with us and wants to dig deeper into Lana and Agamemnon's past. She's determined to figure out what's really going on. Their change shows they're not just watching anymore, they're gearing up to confront the dark stuff happening. It's setting the stage for a big showdown as they try to bring justice and uncover what's behind Lana's unsettling transformation. It's like a spooky story where they're making copies of people and keeping them locked up in a scary asylum until they just vanish. It's creepy, but it's also really interesting to think about in the game. Imagining what it would be like for those clones, stuck in that unsettling place, adds a whole new layer of suspense and mystery. It makes you wonder about the choices and consequences in the game, and how things might play out for these characters caught in such a haunting situation. What do you think about my story? I value your thoughts and feedback. Your input helps shape the direction of my content. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you. Stay tuned for more updates in my next video.